welcome to another video debate with me, myself, and Olsen, the Foster's Games Reviews. This in the corner down. It's all good. Today, we're going to have a little chat about the cost of games consoles today and against the old retro game consoles that people buy, or obviously back then wasn't. And how much they were. People are moaning nowadays that consoles are expensive. You haven't lived until you bought a console then, because they were expensive. So let's get on with it, and we'll give our good man a starting off this conversation. Let's go. Ready to go? That's you, sir.
Right. Now, can I just point out that people are moaning about the price of the Nintendo Switch being £279 retail. Obviously, there's scalpers out there bumping the price up to 500 plus. But then you've got console add-ons, which me and Mr. Coconut have been talking about in a previous conversation regarding the Mega CD, or Sega CD as it's now in the Americas.
Yep.
For you viewers out there. Now, the cost of that, how much was it again?
£270 for the British version, if I remember rightly, for an add-on, not the whole console. Obviously, you still had to have the Mega Drive. It could have ranged a bit more, depends if you wanted another game with it. But if you look at it for an add-on, £270 for which classically is a basically add-on to your awesome Mega Drive console. And today's market, you're paying £270 for the Nintendo Switch, which is obviously coming out the 3rd of March, if I'm rightly.
That is correct.
Excellent stuff. Now, you don't live until obviously you had consoles back then, and the games you had, it's a hard one to get really price and stuff that if you wanted to do it.
Don't forget the price of inflation from what, 1992 was it?
92, 93.
I mean, obviously inflation won't be that great, but if you compare prices from 92 to nowadays, I mean, what you're talking, 400 maybe?
Maybe 400, maybe 500. It all depends on how you look at the inflation of game consoles. Because I remember rightly, back in there when the 3DO first came out, it didn't work because there was cost of it. And I think it was £400-500, maybe a little bit more. I mean,
there was actually there were three models. There was a Sanyo, a Gold Star, and then there was the LG. All varying massively in price.
This is it, and that was revolution for the time. It had some great games in it, but in one controller with one demo disc, you didn't even get a game with it. Some consoles you get games with it, but you didn't. In the Mega CD front, you did get a game. You did get the packs with it, so you was like getting the future. On the Mega CD, obviously, it wasn't the first CD-based system. We are discussing it was the PC Engine. Obviously, it was not released in the UK. I remember rightly. I may be wrong, so please forgive me if I am. There was many different versions of this Sega Mega CD version. Obviously, we had Mega CD 2. We had the... Help me out here, buddy, because I've gone a blank.
Wonder Mega.
Yeah, Wonder Mega, yes. And you had... What was the thing we was talking about? Oh, it's completely gone.
Back it up.
It was the last one that we were discussing, and it was the. Was it the active? What was the?
The laser active. It was the Laserdisc player that came with cartridges that slotted in.
That's it.
Because they also did the PC Engine, they did a PC adapter. Which could hook it up to your computer, and they also did the Mega Drive, which the Laserdisc tray had a smaller section in the middle where you could put the Mega CD games.
It did look quite nice, but it was not the epic.
Chunky. It was very chunky.
When you first put on the Mega CD and your lights come up and everything, and the intro was just phenomenal. I love the intro. Hopefully I can put one in the description. This here you can see. But the Nintendo Switch, for what it is now, £279, comes out the 3rd of March. So,
I mean, I will say, there is no games with it, but as it stands, it's essentially it's a home console slash portable. So you're getting a full system. You're not just getting a piece of hardware that adds on to an existing system. For people to rant and moan about the price, I don't think we're getting that bad of a deal. 279, and you've got we've just been discussing this. A VR unit for the PS4, £350. It's essentially it's an add-on. It does nothing. It does do stuff. I mean, you can see the.
But it's still console add-on, if you know what I mean. It's still a very expensive bit of kit.
Again, you've got to buy 2 of the, the stupid looking.
Poor, looks like a dodgy ice cream cone. Poor at the back.
Vibrator.
Vibrator, yeah. With a little orange light, green light. Now, we've got now, let's charge you £49 in some of these other shops because you need a
little bit. But then when you add all that up, you've got these 2 to buy because obviously if you just have one, and you've got 2 you need the 2 controllers.
You do.
One in one hand, one in the other, plus the headset, 50 quid a piece, plus that.
And games. I don't forget games for 50 quid, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you've done, it's nearly £500 just to play one game.
Which is not really.
Then you've got the cost of the console on top of that, which originally the PS4 when it came out, 400, 450.
Yeah.
So you're racking up nearly £1,000 bill. £279 for the Nintendo Switch. Don't seem that bad.
It doesn't seem. I really hope it does well because, as I say, I have mixed views. Obviously, it's coming from a Sega fan. Obviously,
I have mixed views because the Wii, fantastic system. The Wii U, misunderstood.
It had some good games, but as you say, I have a Wii U, but I'm afraid I don't play as much as this because it has its issues, isn't it? It has some brilliant games. You have Super Smash Brothers. They're all very good games.
They didn't utilize the tablet system fully. Zombie U, Rayman, where you used it to a reasonable extent. Some of the levels where you had to guide him on screen. The Nintendo Land, I like the feature with the camera, which I've mentioned in one of my previous videos.
I like it. It's very good. Very good.
I like the idea of it. Because they could have used it to their advantage. You could have used it for more features. But there's so much they could have done with the tablet. It was just underused, underdeveloped.
But the problem we get with the Switch looks like a bigger version of a 3DS, isn't it? It's like this.
It's literally a gaming tablet with 2. I mean, you can get a gaming tablet with the controller add-on. I mean, I think I can't remember which company make it. The people that are making the chip, I know they developed the gaming tablet. Is it Microsoft? The Tegra.
Yeah. So, what is the games you're looking forward to coming on the Nintendo Switch?
On the Switch.
Yes.
Obviously, Breath of the Wild. I am looking forward to that. Yes. I do want to play it, and I'm not going to lie. 1-2 Switch. I really do want to play that. It's one of those. It's a beer game, isn't it?
Yes, it's a fun. This is what, as I say, some of Sega games are beer games. But you need to enjoy it. These are the games you need to enjoy it. That's the whole point of playing games now.
Yeah.
This is fun. You want to play fun with different games. You don't want to be like a mission. You don't want to be Simon or anything else. You want to have 5 bits of fun. But you got the Mario looks really cool. I love the Mario.
Mario looks, but I'm not too sure about the. It's like it's in our world. It's in our world.
It looks very good.
It's from Manhattan or whatever it is. Is it New York, Manhattan?
I've seen some of the trailers. I'm not a lover of Mario 8, whatever it's supposed to be.
Oh, Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, sorry. I got Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart from back in the day. It doesn't wow me, but it's just.
I love it. Mario Kart 8 has to be one of the finest crafted games on the Wii U, I have to say.
I'm not going to say it wasn't, because I loved the one in the arcade. I love it. But the question is, the new one, I'm not too sure. Obviously, you're going to have my favourite, Sonic Mania, which Really, I wouldn't expect to be on there, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome
It
game.
looks good. It looks good. It looks like
It
they've
looks
put the old
awesome.
with the new.
It
They've
looks so
put
awesome. I
they've
can't
gone
wait.
they've gone 16-bit. They've 16-bit graphics, but they've put some wow into it. If you get what I mean.
It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. But hopefully there's some good. Obviously, I'm not the biggest Zelda fan, so obviously that's down to your neck of the woods. But
I do want to see some old IPs coming back. I'd love to see. For example, I mean, there's some. What's it called now? Beyond Good and Evil. I cannot wait for that. The sequel has been coming for that. Must be 10 years, if not more. 12 years, 14 years. That I cannot wait for.
okay, you need to talk. Old guys we're talking about Pilot Wings. I'd love to see
Yes,
it.
that
Pilot
needs to
Wings,
come back.
that's
Yes.
brilliant. I like Raid Racer. These ones, obviously, that we had. I totally got recently cheap today for our other Instagram follower. What's it do? I've forgotten her name already.
Kame Retro.
Cami Retro. I do apologise immensely. Cami Retro. She wanted them two things. They're two cool games of mine because I love Pilot Wings and I love Raid Racer because it was the water feature and everything about it was just pretty epic.
The two games you've picked up today the IP needs to be reinvigorated for the Switch.
Yes, it would. But now they probably just put a picture of yourself in the corner, which gets overused now. It's not really. It's only for arcades. It wouldn't work very well, I don't think, for the console, would it? If they did.
And I think that's why. I think that's why the idea in the early stages. I'm sure Nintendo thought we can use this camera to a really good level. But I think that's why they've got rid of it. They've scrapped it. There's still voice chat, but linking it up to your mobile so you can chat. I don't know.
No, there's no point in that. In the day, I don't want it linked to my mobile. I want my mobile separate. No. I don't want to be involved in it. It's no point anymore. If you want to play a console, that's it. You don't want this.
Exactly. All I want to do is back in the good old 8-bit, 16-bit days. Pick it up, play it, and enjoy it. That's all I want to do.
If you want to do it, a 5-year bit of fun, especially if you're out and about and you just want a quick game, because obviously that's what it's for, isn't it? Exactly. So I hope it's got some good stuff come out of it, and I hope it really gets the justice it needs, because it does look okay. I do not like the red and yellow. Is that right? The colour?
No.
Oh, no, definitely
that's
not.
wrong.
No, that is just tacky, in fact. Please excuse me, that's my lovely wife, Geek So Chic, in the back there. But yes, there's certain things that could hopefully be good. But as all console releases, there's always going to be some negative feedback and everything else. And there's, on the cost of it, you either want it or you don't. It's just like people pay silly amounts of money for PlayStation.
Like we've just been saying, in comparison, whether it's the 90s, the early noughties, or present day, price-wise, you cannot complain. I mean,
it's actually cheaper. Consoles are cheaper, and you get more for your buck. Then you have it sort of. Then you paid a lot more money then back there, and it wasn't really guaranteed the system's going to succeed. I think the 32X, great add-on for what it was, but you didn't have many games, and it sort of felt miserably before it sat in.
It was too late in the Mega Drive's life cycle.
Yes, I think it was done its day, but Mega Drive is still one of my favourites.
I think myself, the reason they did that is because they didn't have the Saturn ready. I think they were just trying to come up with something else as a stopgap.
Yes, it was a stopgap. It's definitely stopped there for the Dreamcast. But as I say, there's many different scenarios of what it is. But a main talk is obviously the cost of the Nintendo Switch. People are moaning it's too much. You have not paid for an old console back in the 90s and the 2000s when things were expensive. Games are the same sort of price.
And again, like I say, the VR unit for the PlayStation, people are going out and paying it, but then when it comes to the Switch, they're moaning about the price, and I just don't get why they are moaning.
I don't know why. I think they're
No.
just nitpicking. I just think they're just going, oh
Yeah,
no, we can't.
I mean, it's like they're desperately want it to fail. They want it to
They
be
want it to fail.
really-
I don't want it to fail. I want it to succeed. But you've got the big boys now, as I say, the Microsoft versus the Sony. I don't think they're big boys now. I just think they're just the ones that are left and they've got enough money to chuck at it.
I mean, I recently posted you've probably seen it today yourself.
Yeah.
I posted an image on Instagram, and I mean, console-wise, handheld and home console, Nintendo have sold over 500 million consoles. Now that's massive. I mean, that's massive. You can't. Sony, I mean, Sony's been around since 1995, 96.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Microsoft even later.
Microsoft did come late to the party.
I think it was year 2000, 1999, year 2000. So they've not been around as long. And if you, I know it's not all about figures, but if you push them figures out there, I mean, I've recently just had a comment from Twilight Sparkle on Instagram. He's saying, he said that they're not the figure, PS2's whooped those figures. No, it didn't. It sold 150 million units. That's it. That's in its entire life cycle. Yes, it's a lot of consoles, but combined,
you had a lot of games on your PlayStation.
Over 500 million.
You had a lot of games on the PlayStation 2, but a lot of them were just like
shovelware.
Bring them out quickly. They're not pure consoles. You wouldn't go today and go, I must play that game again, because it wasn't like original PlayStation. It wasn't like in the original Nintendo games.
No.
Nintendo games obviously do a lot very well in America, because obviously that's more of its fan base as well, in Japan, than it is in the UK. But I think Sony's PlayStation 4, obviously they're bringing out the Pro, and Microsoft are bringing out Scorpio. The Nintendo Switch, I don't know if it'll compete with them big boys, not because I want to fail.
Again, nowadays people are more bothered about power.
Yes.
It's what's under the hood. It doesn't matter what's under the hood. As long as it plays well, it looks good. What's the problem? We didn't have this issue back in the 90s. Nobody gave a toss back in the 90s.
Nobody cares. All he wanted to do is play games.
No.
Exactly.
You had two parts of a game. One on the Mega Drive, one on the SNES. You bought what you bought. If you like Sega, you bought Sega. If you like Nintendo, you bought Nintendo.
Exactly. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
It's more pushing power. Sony's it shifts so many billion polygons per second. This Scorpio that's coming out, they're having more teething problems. It ain't gonna. I mean, it's gonna be like a big cow pat. It's just gonna suck ass.
Well, I hope it doesn't suck ass as much, really. But you've got both consoles saying they've got the best games as always. Some of the Sony games I wasn't really thrilled with.
Trying to big themselves up. I mean, they did a preview of the Scorpio. They did a preview. I can't remember what it is. They did a big event, and it crashed. It couldn't cope. It crashed. The system broke down.
It's this. I think it's this. We have to wait and see what the Nintendo Switch will be like, and I assume obviously we'll have the debate. Obviously, when you get one, obviously close to the time, because obviously you're going to get one. I'm going to go my views. You're going to give your views, and go.
Yeah.
It's all of basically what people want to play. At the end of the day, from a retro side point of view and a new games console, retro game consoles were more money than today's market. And I'll give you an example. As to say, you can't pick up a Mega CD or Sega CD for the American fans out there for less than 200 quid, thereabouts. So you can probably find it cheaper. Not much cheaper than buying it all those years ago for the full retail price.
No.
So it all depends on what kind of game you are and what you want to play at the end of the day. So let's wrap these things up. This is a nice short video. Until the next time. I'll leave it to you with Mark to do the end credits on this one. So from me, it's bye for now. And over to you, Mark.
And it's bye from me. Right, until next time, please feel free to like and subscribe Mr. Coconut and the Foster's Games Reviews. Links down below.